The enemy of my enemy, they say, is my friend. There are no Nigerians. The hunger cascading the land in Nigeria as a result of the collective and consistent mismanagement of our common resources has once again brought to the fore the big question of, is Nigeria indeed a country or a mere geographical expression? To me, the answer to that question is blowing in the wind. And anyhow you won't look at, you did right in your own way. But to me, I believe when we have a common enemy, remember ourselves as Nigerians, but deep down we see ourselves more from the prism of our ethnic and tribal units than our nationality. So despite these obvious flaws, our leaders have been frightened by the alleged owners of Nigeria. You remember Dele Momodu, from discussing or addressing the independence or financial autonomy of the federating unit. Maybe because of the votes they dangle before them. And that's why they are more concerned about election than the resolution of the big question or the big masquerade in the room are dear Nigerians. The people on our part, all of us, would rather wait for the next election where we have been collectively deceived to focus on our perceived escape route than insist on addressing the big masquerade in the room, which still remains the Nigerian question. You will agree with me that this contrived escape route designed to hoodwink the gullible is what you refer to as turn-by-turn government model, created by the elite and unknowingly adopted by the plebeians, all of us, which over time has turned out to be turn-by-turn stealing, turn-by-turn chopping, and consistent destruction of the country. Today, it is the turn of the Yoruba. No, it is the turn of the Igbo. No, it is the turn of the Hausa Fulani. Stop that statement. There are no tribes like Hausa Fulanis. The Fulanis have consistently marginalized the Hausas. Oh, can somebody from the minority rule? Minority inside minority inside minority. Arguments created to distract you and keep you busy while the pilfering continues by the elites. Despite Obasanjo's presidency, did it create better Yorubas than the rest of us, apart from a few? Did Yar Adua's presidency eradicate almajiris in Katsina? What of Goodluck Jonathan? Did his presidency turn Otuoke or Bayelsa to Lagos, not to talk of Dubai or England? And we all know that even the retired general from Daura could not even stop banditry in his homestead. And now, has the Tinubu presidency, did he reduce food price for the Yorubas or the emilokans? Now all of us continue to suffer. Why those they benefit, they chop the money, and then they tell us, you know, it's the turn of this and it's the turn of that, irrespective of tribal tongue. Why would they fight for the turn of one elite against the other? We unknowingly create a system where everyone is creating opportunity to steal, since Nigeria belongs to no one. The politicians and civil servants, civil or evil servants, cut corners for personal gains. The health workers, they look for ways to quick make money. Our educational system has been bastardized by its operators and stakeholders because of the gains. That's, if we enter that discussion today, we know we'll come out here. Bankers in Nigeria are competing with celebrities as entertainers as they aid the politicians and sometimes business owners to cut corners to make quick bucks. The everyday people connive with the politicians for peanuts, aided by the electoral umpires to rig election, while the lawyers and judges are readily available to assist them to stay in power at all costs, provided there's money involved. The security forces will rather create instability and insecurity to make more money than keep peace. How about the organized private sector? They have been turned into organized crime scene or criminal enterprise, even as the everyday artisans, including your domestic workers, are neck deep in trying to fleece the next victim. If you mention custom immigration or the ordinary airport, seaport, or land port workers, you simply are mentioning another name for official corruption. Not to talk of the oil sector, NNPC and co. Those ones don't graduate to another level of stealing. If I say PO or police, EFCC, ICPC, and all the CCCs, the only thing that will come to your mind is who loot the recovered loot. So make with a play, they talk of turn by turn. But if you dare call the clergy, imam or pastor, even the devil will shout the blood of Jesus at the iniquity going on there. Yet, we are looking for who spoil Nigeria. I beg I confess. No sector in Nigeria is insulated from the rot. The only difference be say never reach your turn or their turn, or they never beam the searchlight on that side. So I will therefore advocate until we realize that there are indeed no Nigeria, but the people who are more loyal to the ethnicity, diversity, culture, tribe, and religion. And that to develop, we need to grant independence, financial independence to these various units and regions to grow independently at their pace, thinking and resources, which is available to them, which will in turn create hard work, competitiveness, and promote opportunity and prosperity. We'll continue to patch and wait for every election while chasing shadows in the name of fighting corruption, till we wake up one day and realize that there's no country left to govern. Well, I don't talk my own, and I've always been talking my own. And as always, I'll wait to hear your contribution on the comment sections on all our social media platforms showing on your screen. Feel free also to share. We need to create a system where the federating unit will be less financially dependent on the center for us to make progress as a country. For a little fire you live today will leave you without a little. See you next week.